There's been a popular trend going around and it goes something like, YouTube paid me this much for X amount of subscribers. Now, your girl here has been on YouTube for 12 years, like when this quality was the norm. So I'm here to give you the scoop. YouTube doesn't actually care how many subscribers you have. And there we go. There's the end of the video. Hey beautiful people, it's Courtney, and it's true, subscribers really don't matter all that much, and because I always like to crunch numbers, I have a lot of history to back it up. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you how much YouTube has paid me for the past 4 years with various amounts of subscribers. So we're going to test out if there's any correlation between subscribers and how much you actually make on YouTube. I honestly feel like I'm a perfect example of this because I changed my niche at the beginning of this year, and I gained a lot of my following around life hacks, DIYs, and slime. So that's like what a lot of my audience liked watching. But after 12 years, I really wanted to switch things up. And now I'm working on growing a whole new following, yet I still have a lot of those previous subscribers who no longer watch my content, but didn't unsubscribe. So why is all of that important? Because now I'm actually getting less views than I did pre-switch. So for example, my slime videos 2 years ago were getting 100,000 plus views per video, whereas now my new videos get like a few thousands. But my subscribers are still growing, and in YouTube's eyes, all that matters when it comes to getting paid is actually how many views your video is getting, not subscribers. So we've all seen channels with 10,000 subscribers go viral and get millions of views, and then we've seen channels with 1 million subscribers get canceled and drop to 10,000 views per video, or just, switch like I did. Now, there's no way to actually know how much someone's making unless they explicitly say it, like I will be in this video. However, you can use tools like Social Blade to give you a relatively good estimate. So if anything, you could see how many views they're getting and make an assumption from there. So let's take a look at a few channels of various sizes and see what we could come up with. First up, we have Lauren Curtis, and she has 3.4 million subscribers. Her video views for the last 30 days are only 111,000, which really isn't that much for a channel of this size. Like I said, it's one of those channels where like back in the day, she got probably tons and tons of views. But now maybe she's not posting as frequently or whatever it may be. So that is one example. Then let's look at Aspen Ovard, because I think this is a great example, and this isn't actually her vlog channel. This is just her main channel. So I would say, not as many uploads as a vlog channel, obviously, and it has 3.39 million subscribers. So just right under Lauren, and she has a little over 1 million views for the last 30 days. So 1.26. So size-wise, although they're very similar, I would say Aspen is making a lot more on Google AdSense. Next, we have Janelle Eason, which if you watch Teen Mom, you'll be familiar with her. But I think what's important about her is the fact that she's kind of like a celebrity versus just a general YouTuber. Obviously, she's now a YouTuber, but I want to focus on she originally already had an audience when she came to YouTube, which is a really important fact. So a lot of celebrities now have YouTube channels, and often they don't have as many subscribers because their channels are newer or people don't actually click subscribe, but they tend to get a lot of views just because they'll show up more and trending and things like that, or when they do post, people will watch, or they'll send them from other platforms. So that's important to note because she only has 77 uploads and 198,000 subscribers, but her actual channel for the last 30 days has 363,000 views, which I would say is pretty good for a channel of her size. And I would even venture to say that she is making more on AdSense than Lauren was, just because of the views itself. And then of course, I'll throw my channel in just for reference. So I obviously have 675,000 subscribers, and I have 500,000 views for the last 30 days. So I'm actually ranked 3rd out of the 4 of us in subscriber count, but actually 2nd, I would say, in how much I'm making in Google AdSense. And if we go back down here, this is also really helpful. You could see how many views I've gotten over the last 3 years or so. So you could see at the height, I was definitely getting getting anywhere from 2 to almost 6 million views a month, which is really good for a channel of my size. And you could see after slime kind of started dying down in 2020, the views were less. And now that I switched genres and niches on my channel, my views have gone down from there, and they're kind of going up and down like so. Now, this assumes that all views are created equal, although I covered in a previous video CPMs, which is cost per mil, and that comes into play because different niches have different CPMs. So I'll link that video up here if you want to learn more about that. For this video, we're going to be looking at my YouTube earnings from 2017 through 2020. With YouTube, you'll quickly see it could be very unpredictable, which is why a lot of YouTubers tend to have various streams of revenue. At any one time, I have about 7. So I have my YouTube earnings through Google AdSense, YouTube sponsorships, freelance work, affiliate marketing, video courses, swing trading and investing stocks, and my online business. And as I was going through all these numbers, I wanted to see how much weight my YouTube earnings from Google AdSense actually carried, as in how much of my total income did they actually make up. And I found that it varies between 48 to 71% of my total income for these 4 years. And it makes sense that the years I made more through Google AdSense, I focused less on these other streams of revenue and vice versa. But we still need to find out if subscribers have anything to do with all of this. I started with a little over 391,000 subscribers in 2017 and got around 20 million views. So I actually made $37,941. I'm pretty sure this was the year I cut ties with my network because they got a percentage of my money for basically draining my soul. Don't fall for it. But 2018 was actually the year I've gained the most subscribers ever, which was almost 160,000 for a total of 549,000 subscribers. It was also the year I had the most views ever, which was 36 million views in 1 year. But was it the year I made the most money? We'll have to wait to find out, but I made $118,324 on my Google AdSense. 2019 was another great year, and I ended up with 648,000 subscribers. So again, I gained about 100K subscribers and had a total of 30 million views. But here's what I want you to notice. I gained less subscribers and had less views than in 2018, which isn't a huge amount, but definitely enough that you should be able to see a difference. And this year I actually made $127,000, which was about 10 grand more than 2018. Here's where I say YouTube can be a total wild card. Sometimes things don't add up, they don't make sense, and YouTube doesn't tend to be super transparent with their creators whatsoever, especially when they make changes or make changes to the algorithm. My guess would be I made more in 2019 because this is around the time they might have done some changes to the mid-roll ads, meaning you could place more ads in the middle of your video, meaning more money, and they lowered that requirement from a 10-minute video to an 8-minute video, so more videos were eligible. Now, I could definitely be wrong, and this could be attributed to some other factor, but the timeline seems to add up in my mind. It all kind of blends together in my head after a while, but this makes the most sense to me. Moving along to 2020, which was actually my worst year in terms of subscribers gained and total views. So you mix in a global pandemic, and you'd think this would be the worst in earnings as well. However, my total YouTube earnings were just over $60,000, which was much more than I made back in 2017, except this time around I had less views and gained less subscribers, so you could see that it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense sometimes. And also in 2020, I had more subscribers than I did in 2019 and in 2018, but I made about half as much, so you could see that it doesn't really matter whatsoever. You can see that this wasn't linear. It kind of went up, then down, and with this year changing my niche, that's definitely gonna hurt my earnings as well. So you might think with almost 700,000 subscribers now, being the most subscribers I've ever had, you think this would be the most money I've ever made, and that's simply not the case. You could take a look at my views and see that they are really low compared to what they used to be, so all of that goes into it. So there you have it, subscribers don't matter. Okay, that might be exaggerating. So more subscribers can mean more chances to rank higher in the algorithm. More subscribers look better for brand sponsorships. More subscribers can mean more potential for more views. But YouTube's algorithm also plays a huge role. So nowadays, even if you are subscribed, you aren't always notified of new videos if you haven't been watching a certain channel. So make sure you smash that like button and turn on bell notifications so that doesn't happen to you. I had to do it. So is this what you expected, or did you think that subscribers played a bigger role? Because honestly, when people ask me what I do and I tell them, they usually follow up by asking, oh, how do you get paid? Or how many followers do you have? Which is kind of funny because the number of followers you have does not have any correlation with how successful you can be or not. So I hope this video helped explain that a little more, and hopefully you learned something new. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.